唔到我何英昏睡咗400年。
9000歲係罪魁禍首，佢陷害你，仲殺咗桃園村70口無辜。
我哋4兄弟翻嚟救翻班村民，只要改變歷史，我哋就可以改變個結局。如果皇上繼續無知，我哋明朝10幾年後就會滅亡。
我哋嘅宏圖霸業就喺今晚。
父，你居然勾結日本人！
美麗人生、榮華富貴，呢啲都係 bullshit。而家2條路俾你行：一，你被誅九族；二，你交個 Ninga 俾我。
我話你知，我揀第3條路。如果天竺金蝶喺我哋面前，可以再次帶我哋穿梭過去未來，我最想知道，到底我由邊度嚟，跟住會去邊度？我究竟係屬於邊度？
何英，你唔同我合作係改變唔到歷史嘅。
Chop-Socky. Wow. Chop-Socky? Okay. Chop-Socky Cinema. As we and Mr. Harrison here, and Titan, and no. And just got finished watching the sequel to Iceman and Iceman the Time Traveler. I'll tell you right now, this movie is a good, like, 5th recap, and the rest clip show. And by God, folks, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this is the sequel to a bunch of Ming Dynasty era warriors who end up time traveling to the future. And in the sequel, we find they find a way back to try and change history, and things go awry.
Awry is a polite term.
I'm being polite about that. I could be really mean with this movie, but I'm going to keep it fairly simple.
I plan on being mean.
To be honest, folks, this movie is not worth your time. I will be honest with you, I enjoyed the first movie so much more.
What they should have done was took both these movies and just connected them and just made them one whole movie instead of separating them. And even in the recap, they make it seem like there was a movie in the middle that took place when it actually didn't take place.
Basically, it's to explain what happens between the end of the first movie and the beginning of the second movie. It's quick couple of lines. Oh, this person's dead, blah, blah, blah. This happens here, da, 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 da. We discovered this, blah, blah, blah. And now we're here. And we're like, what? Wait, what? How did this happen? When did this happen?
What's going on right here?
Why?
Well, yeah. Why is we? I mean, it was because Robert Rodriguez did this in Once Upon a Time in Mexico, where he alludes to a movie between two movies that doesn't actually take place, but in his words, he wanted to do that in a way that even if he could, I mean, like, he could go back and actually make that movie if he wanted to, but for time constraints and wanting to have to, I guess, give the ending to a series a good ending or something that filled all the gaps, he basically did that to answer questions from in between the two movies that he's connecting. This does not really do that all that well.
This movie doesn't do anything well. I mean, it doesn't even tell a story well. Like, the first movie is passable for a storyline.
Well, it does.
I mean, it does do its
special effects well.
It does. Oh yeah, I did like the 30-minute action scene on the bridge. That was pretty good in the first one. So I was like, that's just me though. But in this one, it feels like we're skipping too many plot important issues. Nothing really ever gets touched up on anything they do bring up that's new, and the ending's lazy.
Yeah,
it's
slightly depressing.
Very. I was just like, wow. I mean, my only gratification is one of the bad guys in the end gets his. And I'm like, yay, cool. There's some compilation. Whoop-de-doo.
Not all, but not. I mean, I understand the whole ending of not every bad guy gets what's coming to them, but like one of the guys that should have definitely got his comeuppance doesn't get any kind of comeuppance whatsoever. Oh no, wait, he gets promoted.
Yeah. Which I always thought was stupid. I was just like, but to kind of give an idea of what this movie is trying to tell is that history really can't be changed. By no means.
Which is like a theory.
It's basically them as a theory. Basically, at some point, history is just going to correct itself and end up still going the way it's supposed to.
You may delay it, but it's still going to happen. If it's going to happen, unfortunately, it will still happen. You can delay it as much as possible. And that's actually a quantum physics theory involving time travel as well. So there's that part.
And granted, I understand what they were trying to do. It's just that I didn't understand why the first movie that didn't really do well in the box office the first time would literally have a sequel that did even worse.
Did the first one make back its budget?
No, it did not.
How awful was that one?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you in U.S. dollars. I can tell you in wons. It was 220 million, and they only
220 million won.
And they only made back 180 on their first weekend, and then their second weekend didn't help.
Oh.
So,
but still, I mean that's a lot better than this one.
Yes, because the second one, I can give you U.S. dollars, was $4.9 million on a budget, and
U.S.
And that's U.S. dollars. And now, if we're taking into account of what Chinese spend on, decent action movies of the same caliber with star power and everything, they estimate all their movies to be more in the hundreds of millions with that kind of star power. So this is a really bad film, very bad.
I mean, it's not like it's not like horrible bad, but
it's not unwatchable bad. But it's not. I'm gonna take time to watch it again. Now, granted, this is where I'm going to allude to because I'm done with the movie review on my end for the time being.
Oh, 2. Man, I didn't completely hate it. 2.
A 2?
I'll give it a 2.
I will agree. That's where I'm giving it. Well, the real story I want to get to is in China. This movie debuted November 2nd of last year, and bombed so bad that the production staff and tabloids and whatnot are literally blaming our lead actor and director Donnie Yen for literally everything about this movie.
He is actually in a lawsuit stipulating that he had nothing to do with the reason why it was so bad. He was like, I'm guessing what he was saying was, I made a couple directional changes, maybe, but all the shit they are pinning on me, that is not what happened.
He literally is fighting tooth and nail to be like, my reputation is being dragged down. And this man is expected to be in our Mulan movie coming out in the near future. Expected to be in the Sleeping Dogs live action film that's been announced back in 2017. And we're watching a fairly well-known actor in many great films throughout the years, both American and Chinese, that you're literally just crapping on right now. All because the movie bombed and you guys want to blame somebody other than the fact that the movie was just overall terrible. So, I didn't understand why this was even happening.
I have a theory, but none I can actually say on camera.
So, I mean, I don't want to do anything without any sources and whatnot. These are actual sources you can find on...
You can find the blog
posts through Rotten Tomatoes, whatnot. You actually can find a lot of stuff on Google and whatnot of them talking about the bad ratings, about the lawsuit.
about Donnie Yen being blamed, and then Donnie Yen's legal letter, like fighting being blamed for like, wait, no, this is not how this happened. That whole thing.
About said there are sources out there that do have this going on now. There's no right now. It's still ongoing as far as we know. No real direction of which way it's going at the moment. But I feel like blaming literally one guy for how bad a movie is doesn't make sense when this guy's literally done things like Hitman and also like movies that
Critical
were
acclaim.
claimed.
Come on now.
I mean, he's played
And even some that aren't, but still were really good.
good. I mean, I didn't even remember him in Blade 2. I was like, at all. I was
I
like,
didn't remember he was in Rogue One, so there's that.
fair enough. But, but still, to be honest, I'm not really a Star Wars guy. I just gotta go to the movies because people were like, go see Star Wars. Sure, why not? Whatever. For any Star Wars fans out there, don't take that personally. I just don't really care.
And for any Star Wars fans out there that hated Rogue One because they were expecting a good ending, really, people? Really? I went into that movie completely knowing this is not going to end good at all, period. Because it's the story of how they got the Death Star plans. Which should have been a clue right there when, if you remember Mon Mothma saying that many Bothans died getting us these plans, I was pretty sure everybody in that movie was pretty much dead.
Correct. So, it just kills me. But,
And many Bothans my ass. There was one Bothan. One fucking Bothan throughout that entire damn sequence.
but in any case, overall, I would not recommend this movie whatsoever. If I do recommend anything, go ahead and watch the first one. Be happy with the cliffhanger they give you. Leave it at that.
But if you can't do that, watch them, like, have it set up to where as soon as the first one ends, like, at a certain point you know where it's definitely the ending and you see, like, little chop cuts of the next movie, stop it right there, immediately start the second one. That way you're just like, the fuck?
That way,
Or you're not like, what the fuck?
I mean, just go ahead and move forward. That's literally all I got. This was more just us ranting about how sad a movie really should have been. Like, it should have been much higher.
It should have been better. It should have been better, or it should have, like I said, it should have been. I don't see why it just wasn't, because it has the same run time. Why not just make it either a 3-hour movie or 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 45-minute movie, and go over everything you need to go over?
Who knows?
They did that shit with Redcliffe, and you know what? That's a fucking cinematic masterpiece. So
I think the first movie was, maybe 20 minutes longer. But
no, it was 10 minutes long.
10 minutes longer. But still, it was still...
We're in that 2.5 to 3 hour range. It could have been a...
Could have been. And I would have less heartache, to be honest. With an after the first movie gave you like this great epic fight, and they left on this cliffhanger like, oh man, how are they going to solve this problem? To be lazy about it and give us like this half-assed, almost tearjerker ending. I'm like, y'all killing me.
Oh, and that whole stipulation that one of the blog posters put about, we had hired the best director, and the best screenwriter to like come in and save the project. Yeah, part of me is like, no.
I don't care who you brought in that was so high and mighty. There's nothing Donnie Yen could have done if that truly was the case to make that movie bad. Not even close.
I mean, if you brought in John Woo, I mean, John Woo would have probably like corrected that ship or been like, really? Let me get a hold of that script for a little while.
I agree.
I mean, once again, we'll bring up Redcliffe, because Redcliffe is roughly 4 hours long if you watch the international version, and it's fucking amazing, and it's worth watching the international version. Granted, there's like the theatrical version that was released was roughly 3 hours, and all you get is a lot of character development in that extra hour plus that's left. But hey, worth it. This,
not so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that would be a time for us. Check out some other shows. Watch 8-Star Anime, usually featuring at least me, at the most part. We do have things coming up. The Broly movie, if you haven't seen it yet. We also have My Hero Academia 2 Heroes to watch. Those are great movies, worth your time for that show. Chop-Socky Cinema, we do have we did 13 Assassins recently, so hopefully we'll be able to see that. Check out the Villainous review earlier that we've done. Great stuff. Densicaster's got plenty of things going on for Tokusatsu. Please just check out everything you want to see on Geek Carolina. I'm Chris Brown, and definitely William.
I can actually talk now because my dog's not.
Oh, up in your face. And down here's Titan, as you can see in the camera. And we'll be back for more Chop-Socky Cinema in the future.